Hey everybody, it's Desiree, and I'm hopefully back on YouTube. For those of you who don't know or wondering why I was missing, um, I have been trying to upload this video now for 3 days, and I have attempted at least 40 attempts, and I'm not exaggerating. Every spare moment I was constantly like just trying again, and I keep getting this failed message. I have literally shut down my computer, restarted it, closed out the application, shut that down for a few hours and, opened it up again and tried again. And I even updated the iMovie application that's on my desktop, and that still has yet to work. So the last solution I have is me um, I had to actually delete a couple clips, and it's because it was, I noticed that when I was doing my voiceover that they were distorted. Um, and so it almost looked like the, pixels were going out and like my file was getting corrupted. So I don't know if that might have caused it, for it to not go through. Although I have seen other videos on YouTube that have been, had the same problem, and then it goes away and they were able to upload. So I honestly don't know, but I am trying to make this my last attempt because I love, making videos for you guys. And honestly, if this doesn't work, I don't know what I could do. I mean, I could try another video, making another video and seeing if that one will upload. And if that doesn't, I don't want to say that I'm not going to be able to make videos anymore, but I'm hoping. Anyways, so let's get started with this layout. This layout is of my daughter and my father, and it was when she was born. My parents came out here to watch my son while I was in the hospital with my husband to have my little girl. And so, in case you were wondering, if, we don't really see too many pictures of her son or layouts of her son, that is because my New Year's resolution this year was to complete an album. I have been scrapbooking since 2000, and I've never finished an album. I would just do random pictures, layouts here and there, and no chronological order. I mean, there's just whatever I was in the mood for. And so with that being said, I told myself, that's your New Year's resolution, is to do it in chronological order in hopes that you will complete an album. And so I did. In 6 months, I actually finished my son's first year, from the time he was, in my tummy to, his first birthday. So I was really excited about that. And it took me 6 months. And so I then in the summertime started working on my daughter's. And we're getting close to, the 2015 being over. I have like 3 weeks left, and I am so close to finishing hers. I think there's 3 layouts that I want to finish or add as far as the stories into her album, and then I will start working on year 2 for both of them. And I'm also trying to work on a December daily because I've never done that before, and I definitely wanted to capture that moment, for my kids. And I also am trying to work on a Christmas album for my friend who, whenever she comes over, she loves to look at what I've made. And she doesn't scrapbook herself, but she just absolutely loves looking at my albums. And they're very close friends of ours, and we do a lot of family stuff with, each other. And so I've in the past made her 2 little mini albums of her kids, us doing stuff. And so, sorry if I'm a little groggy, or not groggy, but, I sound like a frog. It's because I have a cold. But, anyways, and so this layout is, like I said, of my daughter and my father. And the papers that I'm actually using is from The Sweetest Thing, My Mind's Eye. And that grid paper that you see right there, that is called, I actually have the branding strips. It is called Smile. And then the blossom paper is called, that you see right there in the background, Fabulous. And that title that you see me putting down right now that says Simply Lovely, funny story. So I'm like, okay, this color's perfect. It matches the collection. It goes with the collection. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to use this title. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Didn't I just make a layout with the word lovely in it? So lo and behold, I'm going through my daughter's album, and not one, but two have already, and I mean, they're different, but it has like, isn't she lovely, or she is lovely, or something like that. So I definitely did not need a third one that said Simply Lovely. So I ended up taking that one out and then replacing it with a different one that you'll see here shortly. And so then I cut a strip of that pink doily paper, and that pink doily paper is called Cutie Pie. And one thing of my daughter's album, I use the Basic Gray Collection Sweet Pea Alyssa. It's very, very old. I actually bought those collections before I even had kids, and it has a very distressed feel to it. And it's what I used for most of like the beginning part of her album until the collection was pretty much gone. And then I kind of forgot about distressing the edges, and that is one thing that I absolutely loved. Oh, see there I'm pointing at, going, wait a minute, I think I used that title. So there's a new one, and it says like, you are perfect just the way you are. So anyway, so back to this distressing. And I love the look of it, but because I put away everything every time I'm done with the layout, I always forget to grab the distress ink when I'm, going to do my next layout. And so I told myself, as of today, Desiree, you are going to leave it on your workspace and you're not going to remove it again unless it's for a different color. So that's my plan, and hopefully it sticks. So anyways, I distressed all the edges, and there I am wanting to mat it, but it's too short. So the paper, it's a cream doily paper, and it's called Fabulous. And so I tried to grab the one strip that I cut and try to see if I could just tape it, but then because I distressed the edges, you could tell it just didn't look right. So, and then I tried to cut down the photo slightly, and it still wouldn't fit. So I just matted it with white paper and ended up going with that polka dot paper that's super cute called Cutie Pie. That was the actual, on the other side was that pink doily paper, and matted it. And I actually kind of offset it so it wasn't perfectly straight, and I like the look of that. And as far as this layout goes, before this layout, I was listening to the night before the Scrap Gals podcast with Tracy and Tiffany, and the one, I don't remember what number, which podcast it was, but it's just recently, and it had Janet Eubank, and they're like, our guest today is Janet Eubank, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I know that name. And it was because just recently I scrap lifted from her, and I had no idea who she was. It was the process video where it was that one Mind's Eye collection that I absolutely loved, that I was chopping because I had no idea what I wanted to do for this layout. So I'm cutting up pieces. Nothing was working. And it was the one where I said at the rate I was going to go, I was going to like have, scraps of this collection. And so I ended up Googling the collection, and this picture popped up, and I was like, okay, this is the layout I'm going to use. And, I did a shout out to Janet Eubank, and I just thought it was somebody who just posted, on the internet their layout. And so I had no idea that she made a name for herself in the scrapbooking community, which is awesome. So I immediately went onto her blog, and she does sketches, and I found this sketch and I loved it. I just wanted something easy, quick, that looked awesome, because I am kind of getting pressed for time, through the holidays. And I have quite a few goals for myself. So in between working 2 jobs and wanting to get this done. So that's where this idea came in. And I mean, it's not all identical. There's a few things changes that I made and things that I added, but yeah, it definitely helped me get started. Excuse me. And so here I am looking for a doily, because I'm like, okay, maybe I could use one of these doilies here because the title kind of looks like a doily. And so I'm going to grab, oh, this is where, sorry guys, this is where it actually gets cut off because of that little corrupted part. And excuse my hat, I had just got done working out that day and wanted to finish it. So I added some baker's twine, and there I'm grabbing my Maggie Holmes from the Shine Bright or the Shine collection. And that bums me out, that stamp does not rotate. I actually have to manually do it with my hand. But it still works, and unfortunately where I bought it, they no longer have it. So, and then I added some tassels from the Maggie Holmes confetti collection, and it's the first time I've ever used those, and those are definitely fun to add to the page. And so I added 2 at the bottom, and then I kind of just stapled them, and like I stapled the baker's twine, just so that way that when it, you know, get loose and come undone with the paper. The title's going to say Papa's Girl. I'm not sure if I'm going to, okay, there I'm adding the date. And then I'm also going to grab some enamel dots, and I'm not sure if it's going to be in this clip or not, but I'm going to grab some enamel dots by Freckled Fawn. And then I kind of always leave a layout just sitting and after I'm done filming. And the next day I actually grabbed some wood veneers. Some butterfly wood veneers from Studio Calico. And I'm also going to add those to the page because she definitely has butterflies throughout her album. And I wanted to keep, not on every single page, but every couple pages I'll add them. Just, you know, so that way it kind of continues some of the embellishments throughout her album. Anyways, guys, I'm hoping this works, and hopefully it will be uploaded soon for you guys to take a look. Thank you so much for those, for all my new subscribers. Thanks for those who are still sticking with me, even though I haven't been able to upload. And you all have a wonderful weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye.